Alright, so we're going to look on the inverse of a function. Basically, you can think of inverse of it opposite of whatever operation. You understand? It's just the opposite. We're going to go back. Alright, so let's say we have f of x. Let's say we have f of x is equal to x plus 5. And you want it to find the inverse. Now, when CXC give you, they can write it like this. So it's a negative 1 up the top, not to be confused with negative 1 here. All right, so don't confuse it like that. All right, so first thing you do, you change the function to y. So you have y is equal to x plus 5. And then we interchange x for y and y for x. Those persons who like notes, please take your own notes, all right? And then the last thing, we solve for y. So we're going to make y the subject of the formula. So because you have y plus 5, we do the opposite of plus 5, which is minus 5. Anything you do to one side, you do to the next side. So therefore, the inverse of f would be x minus 5. And as we say, look at this, x plus 5, the inverse is x minus 5. So it's literally just the opposite of whatever was done. So they added 5, so you subtract 5. Of course, it gets more complex, and we're going to look at that shortly. So first thing, change the function to y. Next, interchange x for y and y for x. And then last step, solve for y. Very simple steps. Okay. All right. So let's say we wanted to find the inverse of g, which is 2x minus 6. Now, as I said, first thing, we change the function to y. So we change it to y. So y is equal to 2x minus 6. Next, we interchange x for y and y for x. So where x is, we put y. Where y is, we put x. Last step, solve for y. So we're going to make y the subject of the formula. And to do that, we're going to take the inverse of everything that is happening, right? So let's go. So x is equal to 2y minus 6. The rule says the furthest from the y that we attack first. So like when you have 2y that's attached to the y, right? So you say the inverse, you have to take the inverse of minus 6. What's the inverse of minus 6? Plus 6. Simple as that. It's an equation. Anything you do to one side, you have to do to the next side to balance the equation. So we have 2y, we have x plus 6 is equal to 2y. Because remember, this is going to be 0. Oh, this is going to be an hard time. This is going to be 0, right? And then this is multiplying by y. So the inverse would be to divide. Anything you do to one side, you do to the next side. Therefore, the inverse of g, the inverse of g is equal to x plus 6 over 2. We can do this by inspection, but I'm gonna show you that later on in the session. All right. Let me erase this. The answer would be x plus 6 divided by 2. Start. All right, so h of x is equal to 2x plus 5, and we are asked to find the inverse of h. So the first thing, we change the function to y. So we change h to y. Next, we interchange x for y and y for x. So where x is, we put y. After this cakewalk, all we're doing is get rid of the plus 5, take the opposite of plus 5, and then take the opposite of times 2. But we have to do the furthest one first. Now the furthest would be plus 5. What's the opposite of plus 5? Very simple. Minus 5. It's an equation. Anything you do to one side, you have to do to the next side to balance the equation. So we only have one single move. 2 times, so we divide. The opposite of multiplication is to divide. So we just divide by 2. So the inverse of h, why am I write f? Keep writing f. Sure. So the inverse of h is equal to x minus 5 over 2. I really, you want to do that, girl? Go ahead and make a note of that, just because. Guys, don't complicate it, alright? It's very simple. So let's not complicate it. Very easy. First step, change the function to y. Check if I did that. Very simple. Next, you interchange x for y and y for x. So where y is, you're going to put x, and where x is, you're going to put y. So you swap. So therefore, you have x is equal to 7y minus 6. Next, all we do now is solve for y. That's it. So you're gonna get y by itself, and you're gonna get rid of the minus 6, and you're also gonna get rid of the 7. But you have to take the opposite of whatever is happening. You know, the opposite of minus 6, opposite of minus a plus. The opposite of multiplication a division. That's all it is saying. So if you have minus 6, you take the opposite, which is to plus 6. If you're plus 6 here, you have to plus 6 there. So you're left with 7y, because this is going to be 0 now. So 7 times, the opposite of times are divide. So you divide by 7. It's literally 2 steps for that one, you know. Come on, guys, let's go. And we're done. Easy 2 marks there. Oh, you never write the inverse. That's why it probably asks. Okay. Yeah, man. Now that, what are that we are do? Inverse, right? So find the inverse of f, right? First, we change the function to y. Next, we interchange x for y and y for x. So anywhere y is, that's x equal 5y minus 9. And then we'll do the opposite of whatever is happening to y. So we want to get y by itself. First step, minus 9. What's the opposite? Plus 9. Anything you do to one side, you do to the next side. And of course, this is times, opposite of times, divide. And you need to say no more. Please write it like this though. The inverse of f is equal to x plus 9 over 5. So CXC can see say they are showing the answer. Alright. Let's get a little bit more complex. Alright, so f of x is equal to 3x plus 8 divided by 7. Let's find the inverse. Even though it gets complicated, still very simple. all we're doing is doing the opposite of whatever is happening. So we change the function to y, it's just the same. So y is equal to 3x plus 8 over 7. We interchange x for y and y for x. Solve for y now. Now, one rule. The last thing that being done to y, that we are attack first. The last thing done to y, that we do first. We can literally say 3y plus 8 divide by 7. Clearly, we say divide by 7 last. So that we are going to get rid of first. What's the opposite of division? Multiplication. So you times this by 7. So now we have 7x is equal to 3y plus 8. Because the 7 is going to cancel the 7, right? Alright. Now the plus 8, your time. So we minus 8. You're doing the opposite. So 7x minus 8 equal 3y. Final step is a times divide. So the inverse of f is 7x minus 8 divided by 3. So we're going to write back the function as y. So y is equal to 7x minus 9 over 8. We're not doing nothing at all, right? Next, we interchange x for y and y for x. So anywhere x is, we put y. Anywhere y is, we put x. At this point, we solve for y. So we're going to make y the subject by doing the last thing being done to y. We take the opposite of it. So if I should say this, it's 7y minus 9 divided by 8. Can you hear me say divide by 8 last? That means you go times by 8 first, which is the opposite of that. And then anything I do to one side, I do to the next side. Look how simple it is. We just have two more steps, right? What's the opposite of plus minus 9? Plus 9. If you're plus 9 there, you're plus 9 over here. So I'll finish it down the same. And then these are times, what's the opposite of times? Divide. So the inverse of g of x is equal to 8x plus 9 over 7. Alright, so before I find the inverse of f, first thing we need to do, change the function to y. So y is equal to 8x plus 2 divided by 3. That's the first step. Interchange x for y and y for x. So anywhere x is, we put y. Anywhere y is, we put x. Now we solve for y. We're going to make y the subject of the formula. So we're going to get rid of the 3, we're going to get rid of the 2, and we're going to get rid of the 8. We have a particular order in which we must do it. The furthest one from the y, that we get rid of first. So 8y plus 2 divided by 3. Clearly, we say divide by 3 last. So what we do, we take the opposite of divide by 3, so we times by 3. Anything we do to one side, we do to the next side. Because we times by 3 over there, we times by 3 over here. So this is going to leave with 8y plus 2. We know that for the x times 3, that would be like 3x, right? So I could just write it like that. And then this is going to equal to the 8y plus 2. Remember, rule say the furthest. Clearly 8y, 8 and y attached, right? So we have to get rid of the plus 2 by taking the opposite. So we minus 2. Anything we do to one side, we do to the next side. So because we minus 2 there, we minus 2 from this side as well. This is going to give us 0. So we're going to left with this. 3x minus 2, and that will equal to 8y. What's the opposite of times? Divide. So we divide by 8. Anything we do to one side, we do to the next side. So we color code it, very easy. So the inverse of f, and guys, let's look on the red ones, basically. That's the order of the operation what we do. Oh, the 3 will be in a red thing, and this will be in a black. That's all. So this will be black. And the 3 for red. But we did multiply. So it's 3x minus 2 over 8. So notice, this are plus 2 with minus 2. This are times by 8, we divide by 8. This are divide by 3 with times. It's literally very easy. And prove it, so it's very easy. We're gonna do it. We're gonna solve it by inspection. And from now on, everybody are going to say, yo, you know, it's really, 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 really easy. Let me just show you something. Make a note of that first. And let me show you inspection. Very easy. I'm going to do that one here by inspection. So we now do no work for work, right? So we are going to start with the last thing. 5 a divide. That means it I go multiply. This a minus. That means I go plus. This a times. That means I go divide. TXC give you the full marks for this, by the way. Very simple. See it? It's just the opposite of whatever is happening you're doing. Try that one here by inspection. When it's easy, you know, guys, you don't want to make it look like complicated. What will be the answer for that? You can just look on it and know, right? 10 seconds, you can get the answer. And you get 3 marks. Alright, so what this means, guys, f of x equals 3x plus 5, and we're supposed to find the inverse, and then we're going to substitute 2 for x. So I'm going to find the inverse first. But I want it by inspection. I'm going to just do it the long way, just to practice. So we have 3x plus 5, oh my. Interchange x for y and y for x. Solve for y now. Get rid of this, so minus 5. That equals to 3y, and then divide by 3. So basically find the inverse, but we're not finished because anywhere x is, we're going to replace it with positive 2. So 2 minus 5 over 3, which works out to negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. So the inverse works out to negative 1. We have been doing this from the start of class, right? And we just start function. And we have like g of x equal 5x plus 2, or we substitute. Only thing with the inverse, we find the inverse first. So basically the same thing, right? Except we find the inverse and then plug in. Some more practice with the inverse. With the half an hour we have leave. Alright, so it asks us to find the inverse and then plug 3. So we can find the inverse first. So we change the function to y. So y is equal to 4x plus 8 over 2. Next, we interchange x for y and y for x. So x is equal to 4y plus 8 over 2. So now we're going to solve for y. So we're going to make y the subject of the formula. So we're going to do the opposite of this, this, this. Whatever been happening. starting with the last one that was done, 2y. Alright, so 4y plus 8 divided by 2. So clearly, we times by 2 first. Anything you do to one side, you have to do to the next side. Alright, so this is plus 8. We need to do the opposite of plus 8, which is to minus 8. Anything we do to one side, we do to the next side. So now we have 2x minus 8, which is equal to 4y. And of course, again, we do the opposite. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide by 4. So we're going to divide by 4. Anything we do to one side, we do to the next side. So this is the result of the inverse. 2x minus 8 over 4. But we're not finished because we're supposed to plug positive 3 now. So wherever x is, we're going to put 3. So it's 2 multiplied by 3 minus 8 over 4. Put it over here, so 2, 3 is 6. 6 minus 8 over 4. Guys, we do the top first, alright? So 6 minus 8 will give us minus 2 over 4. We can further break down this, because we can either say divide by 2, so that's negative a half. For like decimal, negative 0.5. We better a function, I could keep it like this. But if I do this, it's not incorrect anymore. Okay? So the inverse is equal to negative a half. And that is the solution. So we're going to stop there for today. On Sunday, we'll look at some more complex ones. We still have the composite inverse to do, but we still have that type here that I was saying. This will take some work, guys. This one is some work. So we're going to be looking at this on Sunday. And then we're going to also look at this type where we find the inverse plug-in as well. So we have about 5 hours more on functions.
Sir,
Yeah, man.
I think you should stick to the easier way and then more people would understand it.
Which easier way?
Instead of doing just reverse it.
No, man,
Like what
you have to learn everything. So you go. You have to learn everything. You have to learn how to do it. You understand? Can't just an American, remember say CXC, and just American style, so.
When you say if we reverse it, we'll get the same marks.
I did say that, but we don't want to depend on that alone. I've never taught my students to just swat it like that alone. You
Okay.
understand? Yeah, and I don't want to do that now.
And the next thing, sir, I'm trying to reach out to you for a morning and you're not responding. Read the CXC thing. Because remember, say, my name did not go up, and then you send it up. And did you get a reply?
Well, she did tell me that all the names are on it today.
And I also tell yourself for just read my text that I sent yourself.
What may I see?
Message, WhatsApp you today. At least I know my brain, my WhatsApp you.
I go look.
You want to say in my brain?
Yeah, that sound good, That sound good at
Not at all.
So me say the reason why me look because me choose sometime text come in and me not see it for true, but me never so busy today, so me know say me never get no text from it today. One voice note they send me.
I'm gonna text you now, sir.
All right. Me respond, man.